Alright, hi guys. I'm going to be talking about FP2. Okay, let's get on with it. First question I'm going to be looking at is either Jan or June 12th. Hang on, my A's look like U's. Right, first question I'm going to be talking about is June 12, question 4, to do with polynomials, roots of polynomials, cubics, that kind of thing. We've got the equation z cubed, no z squared term. Sometimes you might want to leave a little gap on note to remind yourself. Plus pz plus q, and that equals 0. First thing they want us to do is write down the value of the 3 roots added together. So they're telling you that alpha, beta, and gamma are all roots, and they want the values of the 3 roots added together. Now we have 3 equations linking the 3 roots of the polynomial to their coefficients. Whenever I'm doing a question like this, I always like to write them down at the top of the page. That way I just don't have to remember them as the question's going on. And yeah, so I'll do that now. The 3 equations are alpha plus beta plus gamma. The sum of your roots is minus b over a. And how the coefficients work, it works as how you expect. So the z cubed term would have coefficient a, that's 1. Can't see my face, there it is. The z squared term, there isn't one here, that would have coefficient b, so in this case b is 0. The z term has coefficient c, so c is p, and the constant term, the number, has coefficient d, which is p in this case. So alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b over a. If you do what's called the pairwise multiplication of the roots, so if you multiply all the possible pairs, that's alpha beta plus alpha gamma plus beta gamma, that gives you c over a. And if you multiply the 3 roots together, alpha beta gamma, you get minus d over a. Write those down at the top, then you don't have to remember them throughout the question, they're just there, you can look there. Perfect. Okay, so the first part of the question then, what is alpha plus beta plus gamma? Well, what we've just written down helps us out quite a lot. So alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b over a. A is 1 in this case, but b is 0. So minus b over a, that's just 0. Alpha plus beta plus gamma equals 0. So nice easy 1 mark to start off this question. It does get quite a lot harder. Second part's easy as well, I think. Alpha times beta times gamma. Again, we've written that equation down, so nice and easy. Alpha times beta times gamma is minus d over a, which in this case would be minus q. Oh, am I allowed to write it down in terms of q, not in terms of a number? I'll take a look at my question. It says express alpha beta gamma in terms of q, so I'm absolutely fine to do that. I'm going to move on to the next question. Yeah, this next question, very tricky. Very tricky. I actually went about it the wrong sort of way. I can show you what I did first. The question is to show that alpha cubed plus beta cubed plus gamma cubed is equal to 3 alpha beta gamma. So that's a show that question. So I can write ST here for show that. That's a little show that question. How can we get to there? Okay, so what I thought was that I've got, I was thinking, how can I get alpha cubed, beta cubed, and gamma cubed? How can I get those out? Well, I had a look here, and I saw that I know alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to 0. So I'm going to write this down in red, because this worked out not to be quite the correct approach. So I wanted to get alpha cubed, I wanted to get beta cubed, I wanted to get gamma cubed. So one way I thought about doing that was to cube both sides of this equation here. So alpha plus beta plus gamma cubed is equal to 0 cubed if I cube both sides of the equation. That's 0. Okay. Now, if you expand this, It takes quite a while. It took me about, I don't know, 3 minutes or something like that. Doesn't really get you anywhere. You get the alpha cubed, you get the beta cubed, you get the gamma cubed. You get your 3 alpha, beta, gamma, but then you get just loads of stuff as well that doesn't seem to disappear. Although you can make it somehow using some kind of tricky algebra. I saw how to do it in the end. It just took me ages. So not the best approach. But there is another way to do it. I mean, the question is really, how can we get this alpha cubed? How can we get this beta cubed? And how can we get this gamma cubed? Where does it come from? Well, one way we can get them is we know that alpha is a root of this equation here. So if I substitute alpha into here, I'm going to get alpha cubed from this term here. That's going to give me an alpha cubed. So let's write that down. I'll do it in blue. Yeah, that's still on the screen. So alpha cubed plus p alpha plus q is equal to 0. And that's got an alpha cubed, and I can get a beta cubed and a gamma cubed just by doing the same thing, by substituting beta into here and then substituting gamma into here. So beta cubed plus p beta plus q is equal to 0. And gamma, not going off the screen, no, not yet. Gamma cubed plus p gamma plus q equals 0. So we've got 3 equations now with alpha cubed and beta cubed in and gamma cubed in. How can we get an equation with alpha cubed plus beta cubed plus gamma cubed in? The answer is just to add these 3 equations together. If we add these 3 equations together, we can see that we're going to get the alpha cubed, beta cubed and gamma cubed. I'm also going to get these added together, but I'm kind of thinking the p will factorize out and I'll get alpha plus beta plus gamma, which equals 0, so I might be alright there. Let's give it a bash now and find out what happens. So I'll go back up to the top to do this. Okay. Talk amongst yourselves. Alright. So, I add these up. Add these 3 equations up. What does that give me? Okay, well, I've got this added together, which is what I wanted. Alpha cubed plus beta cubed plus gamma cubed. Now, when I add these together, there's going to be a p in every term. So I'm going to factorize out the p. P lots of alpha plus beta plus gamma. And plus q plus q plus q plus 3q. And that equals 0. Alpha plus beta plus gamma, I had that written down here earlier. Hopefully you still got it written down. Alpha plus beta plus gamma, that equals 0. And also, I'm not going to be able to remember it now, q was something to do with alpha, beta and gamma as well. I think q equaled minus alpha, beta, gamma. I mean, that's what's going to make things work out anyway. So let's just say it was that. So alpha cubed plus beta cubed gamma cubed. This is equal to 0, so that equals minus 3q. And like I said, I'm pretty sure q was minus alpha, beta, gamma. So that would make this 3 alpha, beta, gamma, which as long as that q was okay, I'm pretty sure it was. That's correct, and that's what we wanted. So we're all happy. Pretty tricky for 3 marks. I mean, it was if you started off going completely down the wrong road, like I did. Yeah, don't cube alpha plus beta plus gamma. That should have been a bit of a warning. That takes a long time. All right, we've got a few more 3 markers in this question coming up. All right, next one. Okay, they give you one of the roots now. They tell you one of the roots. They tell you that alpha is equal to 4 plus 7i. And they want the other 2 roots, and they want p and q as well. They want the other 2 roots first, so let's do that first. They give you a clue in the question. They say that these are real, that your coefficients P and Q are real. And that's really important because there's a theorem that says if we have a polynomial with real roots, no, that's wrong. If we have a polynomial with real coefficients, if we have a complex root, then we know that the complex conjugates, the same thing but with this sign switched, we know that the complex conjugate must also be a root. So 4 plus 7i is a root. Then 4 minus 7i, the conjugate, must also be a root too. And we know from the very first question that alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to 0. So because we know alpha and beta, we can find gamma really easily. Alpha plus beta would be 8 because the 7i and the minus 7i cancel out. So if alpha plus beta is 8 and alpha plus beta plus gamma is 0, then gamma must be minus 8. 2 marks, lovely. Part 2, figure out P and Q. So we've got all our roots now. We've got alpha, we've got beta, we've got gamma. We can find the coefficients of our equation now by using those 3 equations that we wrote down earlier. Alpha plus beta plus gamma equals 0. We've already used that one. We're not going to use that one again. We can use the other 2 equations to find out what P and Q are. So those other 2 equations, you've got them written down, I haven't. Alpha beta plus alpha gamma plus beta gamma is equal to C over A, so what would that be? P. So if you multiply these in pairs and add them together, you're going to get P. I'm not going to do that for you. You should be able to multiply complex numbers. Alpha beta gamma will equal minus Q, which is minus D over A. And again, just multiply these complex numbers and multiply that by minus 8. You should add the mark scheme, I guess, if you're doing this. I'll write the answers up though for this one. Question 4. So P is equal to 1 and Q is equal to 520. And that's just multiplying complex numbers, adding them together, so I don't think I need to do that for you. Last part of the question now is kind of interesting. And a classic way to finish these type of questions actually is to ask now for an equation with new roots. So after the equation with roots, 1 over alpha, 1 over beta, and 1 over gamma. So, new roots. One over alpha, 1 over beta, and 1 over gamma. Now, from the last part of the question, remember we know what alpha plus beta plus gamma is. That's 0. We know what alpha beta plus alpha gamma plus beta gamma is, and we know what alpha times beta times gamma is. So we're going to use those. To work out the coefficients then of our new equation, we're going to work out similar things but with the new roots. We're going to add the roots together, and that's going to equal, when you add the roots together, I'm terrible at remembering these, when you add the roots together you get minus b over a, so the coefficients in our new equation, minus b over a. If you do the pairwise multiplication of the roots, that will give you c over a in the new equation, and if you multiply all the roots, that will give you minus d over a in the new equation. I'm going to start off there actually. I'm going to multiply all the roots because that's the nicest one to do with these fractions. Again, these fractions, I've seen them before, so kind of a common one. So if I multiply these roots, I should get minus d over a in my new equation now. Now 1 over alpha times 1 over beta times 1 over gamma, that's 1 over alpha beta gamma. And alpha, beta, gamma, we know what that is because we knew what alpha, beta, gamma is from our old equation. That was minus 520, I think, or something like that. Yeah. So that would be minus 1 over 520. So we're using this from the old equation because we know what alpha times beta times gamma is. It helps us find the roots of the new equation. I'll do the one where I add them all together, and then you can do the pairwise multiplication on your own. Right, if we add them all together, 1 over alpha plus 1 over beta plus 1 over gamma. First thing I do is I'm going to need to make the denominators the same. I'm going to make the denominator alpha, beta, gamma. Again, we know what that is. Pretty good. I'm going to make the denominator alpha, beta, gamma, which means I need to multiply this by beta, gamma. I need to multiply this by alpha, gamma. And I need to multiply this by alpha, beta. And if I add those together, I'm going to swap around the order a little bit because that's going to help. We've got alpha, beta plus alpha, gamma plus beta, gamma over alpha, beta, gamma. And what have I done? I've added all the roots together, so that equals minus b over a in our new equation. From our old equation, we know what alpha, beta plus alpha, gamma plus beta, gamma is. That's p, which was whatever it was, 1. So the top is 1, the bottom's minus 520, and that equals minus b over a. So b over a is 1 over 520. Gone off the bottom, I don't care. It's the end of the question. You can do the rest, all right? That's about it. Yeah, let me know if you've got any questions about that, if you want me to go over any more bits, or yeah, just let me know. Hope that was all right.